Hi, and welcome to segment 2 of our series of Fibs and Fabrication. I don't know if you saw our last video, but we recently found a fabricated pay stub was submitted with an application. We saw the pay stub and there were a couple of red flags, so we dug a little deeper and we just had another incident with this, and we're finding that in this market where in Palm Beach County the rents have increased so drastically over the last few years that certain people are really struggling to get approved for properties that they want to live in. And they're getting to the point where they're willing to fabricate documentation and lie more than usual to get into these properties. So, Tim, will you go ahead and tell us about the most recent instance that we found a fib and fabrication?
Yeah, certainly. So we had an applicant apply to us for rent one of our properties, and they declared that they made $30 an hour on their application. They submitted pay stubs and an employment verification stating as such. We called the employer based on the number that was provided to us. That employment verification number verified that they did in fact make $30 an hour. We take our tenant screening one step further and we try and look for a corporate line, an HR number, or we go through Sunbiz and find out who the actual owner of record is. So we ended up finding, outside of the contact information that the tenant had provided us, an HR number, and confirmed that the tenant does in fact work at the company, but only makes $15 an hour, not the $30 that was declared on the fabricated pay stubs and on the fabricated employment verification that she had somebody complete. So in this market, as Megan had mentioned, where we're seeing the working wages struggling to keep up with the increased rent, we're just keeping a very keen eye on verifying all of the income documents that come with someone applying to rent one of our rental properties.
Yeah, absolutely. And so just to recap, this person, in order to get into one of our properties, fabricated a pay stub, gave us a false reference number for the employer, who did verify that that was the salary that she was making. And then we had to take it a step further and find a corporate line to make sure that that was actually what they were making, and we found it was a fib. If you're looking for a property management company or you are self-managing, my biggest advice to you is make sure that whoever is screening the tenant is verifying absolutely every piece of information that they submit for their application, because it's fairly easy to fabricate this stuff and it can cost so much headache and so much money for the landlord, you the homeowner, if that stuff is missed. So thank you so much for watching. Be careful out there, landlords, and we'll see you soon.